asante, kweli we ni Mungu. Yemi alade. Papa asante, kweli we ni Mungu. Kama una hasule lazima utulie, ujivunie.
My name is Yvone Njuna.
Who is Njuna?
Njuna Yvone is a student of journalism and communication, but also a tailor. I prefer to call myself a tailor because that is what I do. I do tailoring. I am not just a fashion star like others call themselves, but I'm a tailor. I come from Isinjura district, and that is where I went for my primary and secondary schools, save for O-level where I went to Sacred Heart Secondary School in Mushanga. So I went to my parents' primary school in Isinjura, then I went to Sacred Heart Secondary School for O-level, then I went to Boniconsil's Girls Vocational Secondary School for A-level. Yeah, I come from a family of 5 girls, and I'm the firstborn. I'm in my 4th year, journalism and communication at Macquarie University.
Okay. Do you have a nickname?
Yes, my friends, I have so many nicknames. My friends call me Miss Ivy, others call me just Ivy, others call me Yv, others call me Vivi, others call me so many names that people call me out there.
What do you think is the background of these nicknames?
They all originate from my name Yvonne.
So, very true, that's where you were born. Is there anything peculiar related to your social background that may have made you who you are right now?
I think yes. When I was born, I was my sister who follows me was born a year after I was born. We are like twins, so we grew up together. We used to put on same clothes. We used to put on, and for us, we grew up putting on shorts and those kind of nice dresses. So it was basically like we were like already a fashion kind of oriented people. So we put on same clothes, very beautiful clothes. Then I have my auntie who is a tailor. She does tailoring, like she has been in that business for a very long time. So she used to tailor for us those beautiful dresses. That is why I think I developed the interest.
Who was your role model as a child?
I don't think, and I'm not sure I had a role model. I'm just not sure.
And now?
I don't know still, but I think I see my future. I see my future, and that person that I want to be is one who drives me. So my future is basically my role model. Yeah, the future me is what inspires me to do things in a fast and hard way.
How would you describe yourself as a student, even as socially?
Academically, I am not so much a what, and I'm not such a serious student. I do not like a lot of studying, but well, I do study. I do not like theoretical things. I like more practical because I love to use my hands. I am so creative with things that have to do with my hands. Something that I touch like this, I would definitely leave it different. Yeah, so academically I am a creative kid, so I really love things to do with practical. When you give me a camera like that, I immediately catch it, go to settings and turn things upside down. But when you put me in class, I do not know. I don't know. But even in secondary, I used not to like things that have to do with reading, a lot of reading. But as a student, socially, I'm a very social person. I am not an introvert. I talk to whoever is available, whoever gives me an ear.
In your past year campus, you stood for class representative. Did you and do you still have any connections?
That's a question. Okay, first of all, I became a prefect first when I was in P5. I became a timekeeper. I stood with a girl that the whole school basically loved, and teachers loved that girl. But I was shocked I stood out as a winner. So from that time on, I started to consider myself as a politician. Even now, sometimes I wonder, supposing I became like the woman MP of my district, because even the people there, the women MP I'm close to them. For example, the former woman MP of my district. I even go and visit her, we chat. She's my friend. So I could once in a while think about politics, but then I am naturally I have leadership. Naturally, I have leadership, whether it is in politics or social life. I have leadership in me.
Okay, maybe you should consider standing as a Tell me, can't you tell you?
No, actually, last year I was speaking with Rachel, and she told me I should consider being a youth member of parliament for the Western Uganda part, and I'm taking that into consideration.
You participated in the media challenge competitions twice without winning, but still went back, and at last you won. Does that best describe you as a consistent and strong-willed lady and chasing dreams?
Well, actually, the first time I participated, I was in my first or second year. I do not remember. This was my second time I participated. But the first time I did politics, and that is when I realized that I'm actually not so much a politician, because I do not like to argue a lot like other politicians do. I like to have, my peace. Have my peace and do things that give me peace. That is why I decided, to chill even media challenge. But secondly, I had lost a lot of interest from journalism. I'd moved out from journalism and decided to chase the fashion dream. But this time, I think it was even not my turn to even participate. I had told people I do not want to participate, but I went to audition so I can see my capabilities. And I emerged as the third best anchor and third best reporter from Makerere University. So when we went to the expo, I had gone to see how my university is working, not to prepare to report. But when I reached, I found business report piece, had no one to report about it, because basically that whole expo had nothing to do with business. You would scratch your head to get a business story. But I looked here and there. I told you I'm creative, so I looked here and there and got a business plan, but I changed it like 5 times. But immediately they played it on the last day of the expo. I knew I would win this, because I also didn't believe I would do that, but I did it very, very perfectly well.
How did it feel winning that award? How did you?
Actually, from the time I did the story, I did my PTC, and then they displayed it there on the final day of the expo. They displayed that, they play, the anchors say, in business we have this and that. Then they put my report. My voice was on point, and then my piece to camera. I think if they were awarding piece to cameras, my piece to camera must have been the first piece to camera. It was so beautiful, because even thinking about it, I looked for something that would touch me. I said many times we think we need a lot of money to achieve our dreams, but this media challenge expo is evidence that all you need is a dream, persistence, and an idea. Something that was even touching me myself. Those are the words, I even crammed them. So I knew when something touches me, it will basically touch many other people. So I definitely knew I had chosen a good angle. So I knew I would emerge the winner. But I was so excited to take that award.
Why did you join fashion?
I joined fashion because, like I've told you, I'm creative. I'm creative. I can turn things upside down. I can, get that shirt and tear it up and do something, 3 pieces from that same piece. So I am basically creative, and besides, I love art. When I was coming to university, I applied for industrial art and design in all the institutions I applied to, and they gave it to me, all the institutions, but on private. But still, I had also applied for district quota, and I applied for journalism. So they gave me journalism. I decided to do journalism, but on the way to finishing journalism, I realized I need to add fashion. So that is why I added fashion.
Did you pick up a course, or just someone told you how to tailor?
Actually, I have a sister who teaches. Like, she has a sort of a small school. She teaches other girls. Mainly she has girls. So I spent there the holiday, around 2 or 3 weeks, and she taught me basics from the manual machine. So I knew I have the electrical machine, and it doesn't need a lot of effort. So if I learned the basics, I would come here and continue. Just 2 weeks were enough for me. But I watch a lot of tutorials on how to do many other things that maybe I didn't learn then. But every time I'm trying out something, let's say I'm trying a trouser for the first time, it must come out a trouser very good and fitting to the measurements I took.
So, there anyone who inspires you in the fashion world?
Yes, there's a lady called Fatuma Asha. She did industrial art and design at Nike University, and she designs very, very beautiful dresses at that, and gowns, ladies' gowns. She makes many other things, but I think she specializes in ladies' wears, and that she's the person who inspires me. Every time I go on social media, I have to immediately look out for her page and see the new things she has put, the ideas she's bringing. So I really look up to Fatuma Asha, so that I can know the new trends that are on, because she studied it, and because of her love for making those gowns and dresses, I developed a love for making a fashion line for ladies and children's dressing. Yeah.
Which current fashion trend do you like most?
Off shoulder.
Off shoulder. Why?
Yes, because it is so beautiful. It's not like this one, they call it a sweetheart off shoulder. They look really cute, especially when you have some flesh on your body. Yeah, but when you're bony, still they can look very, very beautiful, as long as the measurements are fit. Yeah.
So which one would you do away with?
Well, which one would I do away with? Let me see. There are some damaged pants that are really annoying, very, very annoying. Find the whole thigh is out, right from like here up to down there, the whole thigh is out. Those things are so annoying. I do not know. I really don't like them.
Which fashions are which ones then? What do you think people don't know about fashion that you would like them to know?
Fashion is passion. It's not a profession, but it is passion. You understand? Fashion is you can only create a beautiful piece when you make it with love. When you make it with love. So when you make a piece with love, it will definitely come out lovely. Yeah.
How did you get started? Do you have other businesses, or you had someone to?
No, I actually do not have another kind of side business, and my parents support me in so many things. But I bought my machine myself. I have told you I'm on district quota, so I saw that the 3-4 years I'm going to spend at campus are going to end, and I've not done anything really sensible. So I decided to get one of the living out allowances and pay the machine. Yeah, so that is where I got, the money to start up the business.
Are you planning of deploying some people, employing them?
Yes, by the end of May, I'm thinking of buying many more machines that do different kind of things, so I can get a bigger house. So Miss Ivy's fashion house will definitely be big, and will be most probably like 5 or 6 people working there, everyone doing their own thing there, so we can finish up the work so quickly.
Talking business and academics,
Yes.
do you think it's possible for campus students to study while working?
Yes, as long as you balance your work and class very well.
How do you manage work and school and still be successful in both?
I usually have one class per day, but I even work in the night. I do not sleep, by the way. I do not sleep, I even work in the night. As long as I have something in my mind that I have to create, I will not sleep until I have created it. Yeah.
Journalism or fashion, if you were told to choose one, what would you choose?
I would die. I swear I wouldn't choose any of those two. I would just die. I love both, because fashion is like something that is just the deep inside. It keeps telling me, I keep creating mental pictures of, I think I should make a dress that looks like this, I think I should make a shirt that looks like this, I think when I do this and change this and remove this will come out like this. And on the other hand, journalism, I like to talk. I told you before, I like to talk, I like to speak, and I love to interact with people, and that is what journalism is about. So I cannot do away with any of those two.
Do you believe in campus love? Why or
Love. I doubled when I was last year. I doubled as the Queen Mother of the Catholic Charismatic Renewal, so I definitely dealt with love issues. But love, whether you're at campus or you're in secondary or you have finished school, love does exist. Love does exist, but the intensity of the love is one that differs, because a secondary school kid is basically still a kid, and they definitely might not know what it means to love. And at campus we have so many distractions. The world is there roaming and looking at you, you're also looking at it, temptations. But love is there. There are people who are truly in love with each other. Love is there. I believe in love. Yeah.
So, brand yourself or advertise your business in 3 sentences. Advertise it to the audience.
3 sentences or words? 3 sentences. Okay. Miss Ivy Fashion House, we will crown you just the way you want it. Those are the 3 sentences.
You can add on.
I can add on.
It's your business after all.
Okay, you can customize your outfits with Miss Ivy Fashion House at the most affordable rates around Kampala and around town. Yes.
Let's exchange. I want to exchange. How much would you check?
Depending on the style that you want and the material. If you have your material, I can start from 20,000 going up, 10,000, 15, depending really on the dress and the design you want.
Then some piece of advice for students, especially journalists.
Journalists, if you want to do the journalism profession, I think I should look in the camera. Journalism students, if you want to do the journalism profession, know that it's not a business. Journalism is something you have to own as passion, not a business. If you are looking for money from journalism, you are not going to get it. But good work will pay you. Your good work and good journalism work at that will pay you. Miss Ivy Fashion, located in Chikuni Makerere. You can follow me on my Facebook page, that is Njuna Yvone, Instagram Njuna V, Twitter Njuna Y, and yeah, I will have a fashion blog very soon. The fashion room, yes, .wordpress.com. Yeah, you can call me up on 0751 871577 and make all those orders.